Hey, so we are in Elden Ring now, and I would like to draw your attention to the weapon in my right hand. This is the Rivers of Blood Samurai Katana. Now, the reason why I'm doing this video is because I have been breaking my head because I'm not a pro player. I don't have all those fancy moves and timings and stuff like that, and I just want to complete this game for the lore and for the visuals, and and it's so hard because you don't have proper guidance, because that's the beauty of this game. Actually, it makes it difficult, it makes it challenging. I love it. I'm addicted to Elden Ring, don't get me wrong. So we were going here through some of our weapons, and let me just say there are three weapons that spring to mind when it comes to these samurai swords or katanas, which we have the Nagakiba. Now this is the left hand one, and I've got the Uchitagana leveled up over there because I find the Uchitagana slightly more better, especially during the late games, especially when you're cross 150 and level 150 and stuff like that. Some weapons don't quite hit the mark. Anyway, that's my personal experience. The Uchitagana is way better than left hand, but let me talk about the right hand weapon. Now, the right hand weapon is where you can do special moves, special powers. It will take up your FP, which is your mana, technically speaking. And the Moon Veil was my first one because this is one of the early game weapons you can easily get, and it's really amazing. And the Dragon Scale Blade. Now, I've been working with both of these. Just find out how you can get them, because it's very the method of getting both of them is easy. You just have to figure out how to kill the bosses that drop them. Anyway, so Moon Veil and Dragon Scale Blade have both been amazing. Now, I've not exactly, even though I knew there was this weapon, Rivers of Blood, I wasn't quite drawn to it before. Because I was like, I read somewhere that this one is the best late game power because it's got lightning and freeze. But note sometimes that you can't always keep continuously hitting an enemy, especially a really powerful enemy, in order to get the freeze or to build up. So that's the freeze thing slightly discounted. So all you've got is lightning, which is amazing, by the way. It really has helped me so far in the game, and I'm around almost 150 level. But what I'm really looking forward to is this. Let me show it to you. And I'm wearing the armor, White Reeds set. It's slightly better than the Ronin set, even though the stats on the Ronin are better. The White Reed armor is better in some regards, because it not only looks good, it also somehow complements the Rivers of Blood. I'm not a very technical understanding of this, but it somehow complements. I've been doing my usual stretch from the prayer room in the Haligtree area, because this area in my previous video, as I've said, gives you at least 50,000 runes in just a very short run. You don't even need to do all the big tough bosses here. Just the soldiers will do. And I've been leveling up and getting myself almost to 150, more than 10 to 12 levels just over here in a very quick capacity. So before we level up anymore, remember that you got to go to Renala to respec. Always respec. I thought respecing is not something that is needed, but one size does not fit all, one spec does not fit all. You need to respec. So with this sword, the Rivers of Blood, I brought the vigor up to 50. I got the mind up to 25. This is from a online recommendation from, I think, I forgot the name of that beautiful website. Anyway, I kept the endurance only a little up to 18. Nothing too much there. That's why the White Reed set reduced my load, so I can just do the medium roll in a much easier way, while still getting everything else. Remember, the armor is not everything. It's your technique and your weapons and how you move and when you move. Anyway, so vigor's at 50, mine's at 25 because you need the FP, you need the health. Endurance, you got 18, which is good enough for you to do all the stuff you need to do with this weapon and for your rolls and everything. And then you got your strength to 12, the bare minimum to lift this weapon, Rivers of Blood. Dexterity to 48, which is going to touch 50. Not 50, I've got the Okina mask on, so that crosses it to the point that I need. Anything more than that is just wasted dexterity. You don't need anything more than that. So check the stats online. You'll be able to figure it out. Intelligence remains at 9, but faith goes up to 15 because you want to use this. And arcane at 50 because arcane is what develops this. The 71 blood loss build up passive effect. I got it up to 71 because of the arcane, and the arcane also helps in a lot of ways. It is like the new dexterity for Rivers of Blood. So arcane is going to be the one that I lift up from here onwards after I bring the mind up to a certain mark as recommended online. And as you can see, this one over here where it is blinking, that is the sorcery which is possible with the faith which I've got, and it will really help you get, where is it? Physical and fire affinity attack power. So the Uchitakana is already fire affinity power, so this will really help in a lot of ways to give you the boost that you need. And this also can easily be found in the Caelid region, so just look it up online. So let me show you one of the most amazing things with Rivers of Blood, which is this power. That is the whole reason we brought up the mind, we brought up everything, because when you look at this power, you can continuously keep using it. You can keep pressing it and keep using it. 1, 2, 3. So you have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And my mana is still up and only goes down now. So the reason why this is so great is, even with the Dragon Sword and even with the Moon Veil, I was not able always to get past certain guards' shield counters. Hey! Bye. So here's the shield counter I wanted to show you. It really just with this power alone, just by spamming that power alone, you can get past most shields. And let me show you the other long shield. And this is just my usual run. This is just my usual run for the runes. Let me show you this area here. This guy is very difficult, but with this, you just bring him down just with that. You don't have to do any fancy maneuvers. And the bleed up effect is so brilliant. It's going to help you with a lot of bosses, including with Melina in the Haligtree later on. And most especially the boss here, the Fire Giant. It's going to really help you with that because he is a little weak to bleeding effects. And this one's bleed build up is really going to bring it down beautifully. Now that's one of the reasons why I found that the late game progression with the Rivers of Blood is far superior to any other katana as far as I have personally experienced so far. So good energies and good luck Tarnished. If you're looking for the Rivers of Blood and you want to shift your stats to the Rivers of Blood, it is well worth it. I highly approve and recommend this build for your late game progression. Arrivederci.